a little bit of RESPEC. My man, hold on. RESPEAGLES. To say like spelling things out, man. We gotta put a little respect on their name. These Eagles 5-0 for the second year in a row. They doing it again, man. Cooper Cup's return wasn't enough to take down the Flying High Eagles. They beat them 23-14 to come out on top, 5-0. Dave, what's your reaction to the Eagles with the back-to-back undefeated season openers?
I mean, this was expected, right? I think they were expected to go 5-0. Based on the team that they have and based on the schedule. This is not me saying that the schedule's weak, but just based on who they played so far this year, I don't think that anyone had them losing any of those games. Honestly, um, even though some picks may have been made differently, but overall, the Eagles were expected to win all 5 games. They still have a really good defense. Of course, we know that their passing coverage has been questionable, but they've been able to do whatever they need to do to be able to win games. Now I think the schedule is going to start turning up because they play the Dolphins in 2 weeks. Um, Even though the Dolphins rookie running back Devon A. Chain just got put on IR, he's going to be out for at least until like week 11. So we'll see what happens with that. But I mean, Jalen Hurts he's had back to back 300-yard games. AJ Brown has had some really good games as of late. Devontae Smith still makes catches that need to be made. Jalen Carter is doing whatever he needs to do on defense as a rookie.
Dog.
I'm not surprised. I think the only surprise is how well DeAndre Swift has been running the ball. I think that's the only thing that's been a surprise to me. I didn't expect him to be that explosive, um, but I'm not surprised that they're 5-0.
So for me, you know, I looked at some numbers, right? And I know I put the title as, RSP, because they like to spell everything out. It's vocabulary season up there. I know Sesame Street up there in Pennsylvania. So, the letters is their thing. But I went back and looked at their record last year, right? Because they started off undefeated again last year. So I was like, they were averaging, they had just about 2,000, about 2,100 passing yards. They had about 122 first downs, 17 touchdowns. Then just go to this year. They got 13 touchdowns, 119 first downs, and about 2,100 yards again on offense. I'm starting to say, like, look, with the slow starts and the questionable sideline moments, the defense slash offensive line turning into the incredible Hawkins. It ain't do me like that. All right, I'm good. The defensive line and offensive line having the incredible Hawk moments, but the passing game also being iffy, but that run game still being there. I know they say it's early, but most teams going through half of the stuff that Philadelphia went to will either be 3-2 or worst case 4-1. Yet they still find ways to win. So as much as we want to question, can the Eagles do this, or is this slow start? I'm starting to think this is just their identity. We're gonna play scrappy and we're gonna win games. So for them to start at 5-0 looks just like last year. And again, it's this year. They're basically repeating success. So I'm not really shocked. Joe?
All right. Yes, sir. So 5-0, 2 years in a row. Good job, Eagles. All right. I mean, they did their job. They won the games. They were favored in, I guess. A lot of people didn't have them winning all the games. But, like, I'm really curious to see the Eagles against another good team. Another really good one. Now, I want to see them against the Dolphins in 2 weeks. That's going to be a big test right there. You know, I definitely want to see how they respond to the 49ers after what they did at Dallas. I definitely want to see that. But that's not more towards the end of the season. When do y'all play, Dave?
That's week 13.
They did y'all dirty, John Law. They did y'all dirty. They put y'all there early.
It's about the Eagles, man.
Dang.
Troy Vincent and
They
the
did
Eagles.
y'all dirty, though.
Troy
That's
Vincent.
crazy. But they're a good team at the end of the day. It's something we all knew. We all knew they still had the best roster in the NFL. I honestly think the first 3 weeks they were winning off the strength of their roster. Like teams were just better than the other team they played. They played the Patriots. I mean, they literally had a nail biter against the Patriots. Think about that. And we
Mm.
we just talked about the Patriots. Like like come on, third worst offense in the NFL. I mean, sorry, second worst because they have got the Steelers third. But like they struggle against the Patriots, but their roster alone is just good enough, and they won. Like, and then like the Vikings, I see the Vikings the same way. Like, it's just that they were living off their talent, but now they're starting to settle down and starting to be more what's what I'm looking for
Consistent.
consistent, being more. You're not wasting time, be efficient,
There
being
you
way
go.
more efficient. All right,
Okay.
so Jalen Hurts back to back 300 passing games. I think he been questioned about his arm. Now his completion percentage, he still hasn't thrown for over 70%. Only one time when he only threw 23 passes, but everything like 65, which is still okay. He is turning the ball over a lot more than he did last year. That's surprising right there. So that stuff ain't gonna slide against a great team. So, but when they play us, it was a high score game and he has 0 turnovers. So they're looking good right now. But I think they haven't really truly been. They've been testing with us. I think that's part of their only test. But outside of that, they haven't really been tested for real. Matthew Stafford overthrowing people. Like, oh my gosh, man. Baker Mayfield, look at like you know what I mean, right? So, but kudos to them, 5-0. Kudos to them.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought out of all them names, Sam Howell would have been the best quarterback they played up against?
Oh
Mike Jones
wait,
didn't have a bad game. I think he had a
He
pretty.
had
we
a
They played him
yeah, he
close
did.
too.
one better than Sam Howell though.
I didn't say it was better.
See,
It was
Mac
better.
Jones had 2 times to put the game up. Sam Howell had 2 times to get it to overtime, and he did it both times. But he didn't do it in overtime though. Come on, referee, that's a catch. But it's all good.
It's Troy Vincent, man. You know what time it is. Speaking of y'all knowing what time, Dave, you got something you want to add to that, or you good?
Oh, good.
All right, man. I'm glad you said that because we gotta pay some bills anyway, man. Y'all go out, y'all check out this commercial break. We be right back. Actually, we're gonna do a push this right into this commercial break.
Get it.
We see y'all in a minute.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.